He was fun. He had quite a sense of humor, very energetic.
He was a kid magnet. Kids were attracted to Joey, they loved him.
It was called ATRT, atypical teratoid rhabdoid tumor. The fact that he was 7 years old and the tumor being in his neck made him a rare case for a rare type of cancer.
There were a lot of times of, physical emotion, physical, mental, psychological emotions. How we did it for 5 years. We just did what we had to do. I would tell Suzanne, be Nike, just do it. And, we did what we can, and for his, hoping to get him better at some point, Lord, Hopkins to MD Anderson to St. Jude, back to Hopkins. As parents, we did what we had to do and prayed for the best.
In order to get well, he had to go on some different machines, and unfortunately one of the machines caused a hole to go in the back of his throat, allowing the oxygen that he was on to go up into his brain. And that was the beginning of the end. Our nurse at Hopkins and our doctor, our fellow, they recommended that we contact hospice and utilize their services just to give us a break. If we had that question in the middle of the night, we could, contact somebody, or if we just needed a volunteer to come over. But we, for some reason, just weren't ready for it. So we put it off, and then unfortunately, once Joey was intubated and in the PICU, at that point, we knew that things were not going to get better. And they were wonderful, because at the point where I knew, I'd promised Joey I would get him home. And when I got to the point where I knew that we needed to get him home, they were there.
Being at home is better than being in the hospital. And that's what we're all about. We wanted to be a family together for one last time, and they made it happen.
Hospice, to me and to most people, has that very negative connotation that it's the end, and who wants to admit that it's the end? So you need to get over that. To me, it should be helpful. It should be, the words, that's what I think of is helpful, because Stephanie was such a help to me, especially at the end. I was texting her at 2:30 in the morning with questions on, ventilator questions and medication questions and numbers on heart rates and things like that. And it was just a help. And that's how I want to remember hospice, and that's how I feel like they were to us.